Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships, free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dayna and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Hey guys, welcome to the 1-year anniversary of the Dirty Little Secrets Club. I'm Dayna Pereira.
And I'm Brimstone dancing over here. Want to know why, Dayna? Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Woo! Super stoked.
I cannot believe that you have put up with my ass for a full fucking year.
Vice versa. Well, listen, it could be worse. I mean, both of us are pretty decent. It could be worse. There are other people that you could partner up with that wouldn't be so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I will say this has been such a fun year. We've had so many good submissions. And my favorite part of this episode right now is that everybody sent in their favorite from the past year. And we have a top 10 list from you guys.
Which is so awesome. We want to listen from the bottom of our hearts. You know, we want to thank you so much for tuning in, for bringing those numbers up, because the last couple of weeks we've seen such a rise in numbers, and that's fantastic. Thank you so much. But here to actually come in and forward us your favorite dirty little secrets from the last year, man, oh man, that just means the world. It means the world. And some of them are pretty nasty. Some of you got some really screwed up brains, and to bring some of these back, but it's okay.
And that's okay. Why we love you.
We love you for it. We do. We love you for it.
You know why? It's because some of the nasty ones are the more memorable ones. So I think whenever people heard us do a call out for like, hey, send us, your favorite, they're like, oh, this one really stuck with me. And, so maybe that's what it is. Cause every time I read one of these, I was like, oh yeah, that one was fucked up.
Listen, it's super exciting. And what I wish we would have had was, aside from the people mentioning which ones were their favorites, if they would have actually given us their takes on it too, which would have been great. But we have an idea for next year. We have an idea on next year. So, I guess, what are we going to do? We're just going to revisit each one and just talk about it a little bit more, I guess. Why not?
Yeah. Top 10. Why don't you kick us off? What's our number 10?
All right. So we've got from episode 15. It's, hey, so one of my mom's friends got divorced about 2 years ago and hasn't dated or seen anyone since. I remember this one. Yes. I felt like since then, she is my best shot of getting with one of them. A couple of weeks ago, I texted her on a Friday and asked if she would be home and if I could come visit. Anyway, she told me to come on over and she could make us some dinner. That's what they're calling it nowadays.
That's what the kids call it these days.
That's what the kids calling it these days. Her kids were at their dad's house for the weekend. So long story short, we eat and then we're sitting in the living room and I tell her I need to tell her something and ask if she can keep it between her and I. Well, then I told her how I felt and that I thought she was very attractive and that I had a crush on her and wanted to be with her for a long time. She kind of laughed and was surprised, but we started talking about it, and she said she loved me and thought I was attractive, but she didn't know how all of it could work and if it should happen. What do you call it? Well, and I said, no one has to know, and I really don't care, and I leaned in to kiss her, and one thing led to another, and we had sex right there on her couch! Exclamation point. Big exclamation point. We have been hanging out and having sex now for a couple weeks, and it's been great. She and I are both really happy and feel the healthiest mentally and emotionally that we have in a long time. Also, sex with an older woman is unreal. LOL. Continually the best sex I've ever had. Well, sir, I remember this guy very, very clearly. Top 10. What do you call it? He had gone back and forth with us a few times, let us know what was going on. We don't know where he is right now. It's been a minute. So if you are listening, you were in the top 10. You owe us an update.
Yes.
All right.
Are you still doing it? And also, is it still a secret? Is it still between you guys? Like your penis was? Or is it out in the open now?
Yeah, or are you doing it out in the open now? I mean, you know, in parks and
We,
wherever.
we went from
You
the
know,
couch to the park bench.
it's possible. I mean, she could be a wild broad. I don't know. You know, at the end of the day, it's, you know, as long as you guys, yeah, whatever. I mean, you have fun. Just be safe. Just be safe. Don't get yourselves in trouble.
Well, I mean, one of the perks of an older woman is she probably went through menopause, and I mean, you don't got to worry about making babies.
Well, you know, it's, hey, look, but you could still get a disease, so you should still be strapping on a thing. That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
By the way, did you see, no free ads, but did you see there is a new condom out, like a new style of condom? It is, I
No.
forgot. Oh my God, I can't believe I blanked out on the name. It's a new style of condom that is like, it's not out on the market yet. It's like brand new. They're doing like trials and so forth for it. And it's got like, it's like an adhesive that goes over the penis, and it's like it leaves the shaft more or less open, and so this way you get, you know, all the feels, but there's just like a little hole and little drain areas that, what do you call it, when once you put it on the penis and the man ejaculates, it goes into these little pockets and nothing comes out. It's like super crazy. The only thing that I'm gonna figure out what the name is, and I'll let you know, what do you call it, in a little while. I just got to remember it. But what do you call it? If the only issue is that it's an adhesive that goes on the guy's junk, so I would be a little weary putting that on my stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And because, you know, people are going to have like, how do you get it? Do you have to soap and water that bitch
Well,
off or
yeah,
what?
apparently you got to oil it off or something like that. And what they say is, you know, leave it on until, this is brand new. It hasn't even hit the market yet. As far as I know, I think they just have samples out right now. And the reason why I saw it is I saw a video with a girl. She took it and she put it over a water bottle and sprayed into the thing, and it would not budge. Like the thing was on. It was
Huh.
groovy as sin. But what do you call it? Yeah, no, I don't know, man. I gotta remember the name of it. That's the issue. I gotta remember the name of it.
That is yeah. I haven't thought about condoms in 12
Galactic
years.
Cap. It's called the Galactic Cap. That's what it's called. Yes.
Because it'll make the sex out of this world.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, no, it is literally, like I said, it's like an adhesive. Their whole thing is a condom men want to wear. And it was designed in 2012, and I think it's almost funded or something like that. But what do you call it? They're looking for investors and stuff like that. Again, we have nothing to do with them, ladies and gentlemen. This is just something that I saw. Fits
and if
securely
your dick falls off, don't blame us, okay?
Fits securely on the head of the penis. It's Galactic
So it's just
Cap.
the top, the top of the penis.
It goes over the top, and then like the things, I guess,
like a mushroom cap.
Kind of, but like no, it's just it's like, picture a sticker, and you're putting the sticker or saran wrap over over the schmeckle, and then the things come down a little bit onto the shaft so that it adheres. And then when what do you call it? And then there's this, like, I guess the way it's done, it's like double plied. So like when the man ejaculates, it's on tight enough where it doesn't go anywhere, but it opens up the areas that are, I guess, that will let the liquid into it, and it goes in there. And it's nuts. Yeah, it's
interesting.
Nuts. Yeah. So apparently people are using it as of right now. From what I'm looking, it was the finest condom experience I've ever had.
Well.
And how it works, they've got the Galactic Cap has a very simple application and removal process. The condom is made up of polyurethane film, which is already used in condoms, and has an adhesive that has been pre-approved by the FDA for use on skin. It fits on the head of the penis, increasing sensitivity during sex.
If one of our listeners can please go use this thing and then let us know.
I want to see if I can show you this, and I don't know if our viewers are going to be able to see it, but I will try. Here we go. So can you see how this thing, that's how it goes.
Oh, interesting. If you guys are listening to this, go check it out on YouTube real quick, or Google, whatever.
Yeah. Galactic Cap. It's odd. And if somebody does use it, please let us know. And Galactic Cap, if you hear this, you can always, advertise with us. That would be great too.
Please.
We'll support you if you support us. So I thought that was something interesting and fun. I almost forgot to mention it to you because it fits perfectly into our show.
It totally does.
Yeah, it's really, really funny. And the way it's on here, it's just, it says, let's see, when you ejaculate, the reservoir will trap your semen. And then there's two methods.
It's a literal kidnapping.
Yeah, gross. Let's see. Removing it, use baby oil to loosen the adhesive and grip the edge of the cap. Please remove slowly. No, I'm gonna rip it off.
Yeah.
Fast.
Oh my god.
A method 2, the easiest way to remove the cap: go to the toilet or shower, urinate until it blows up like a balloon. Then you can grab any edge and slowly peel the cap off.
I don't know how I feel about this.
You got to go and look and read this. Day.
I am. Yes.
Yeah. galacticcap.com. Again, no free ads. We're not endorsing them at all. I thought it was really funny, and Dayna and I had to talk about this on air.
That is hilarious. I might be a little scarred in my brain right now, but thinking of like peeing into it like a water balloon and peeling. Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's hilarious. But hey, look, if it works, freaking fantastic. I was curious until I was just like, all right, okay, all right. That's curious, but look, I'll tell my son about it, but no, I don't want him ripping his penis up. It doesn't look comfortable. Anyways, what do you call it? Would you like to take the next one, my dear?
I would. Yeah. Okay. Number 9. This was a good one. My sister doesn't shower. She smells so bad that I can find her in a grocery store just by following her scent. If she smelled like BO, it would be one thing, but she smells like rotting vagina.
I'm going to throw up.
I keep trying to tell her to take a shower, and she always says she will, but she doesn't. I remember that one. That's the one where Brim said that you should hit her with the hose when she was least expecting it.
I did say that, didn't I? Just throw some waters, hit her with the hose, or slather her in like the what's that kitchen soap again? One of the kitchen soaps.
Like Dawn.
Yeah, just squirt her with the Dawn and just start spraying. You know what I mean? Like,
if it'll get oil off of baby ducks, it'll get rotting vagina smell off your sister.
Damn straight. And then another thing is, what's interesting is I'm thinking about it. Maybe it's not that she doesn't shower. Maybe she showers too much. Is that, you see what I'm saying? Because if she showers too much, follow me on this, and she's washing internally and she's not letting the pH get all ripe and ready back down below. You know what I'm saying? That could screw things up and make something wrong.
I would follow you on that, except the very first line says, my sister doesn't shower.
Dayna, I was trying to be nice here. I was trying to not be such a mean person. But, okay, so she's got a stinky, fishy vag. It is what it is.
Tie her up, hit her with the hose.
or stick a bar of ivory in there, or get her get her a one of those, like, get her a dildo, but like it's actually soap. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And just like
a penis shaped soap, and be like, you have to try this. It's so good.
It's soapy goodness. Let's get it on in there. It's got all the special stuff for your vaggy vag. I don't know. I'm very I don't know. Listen, I got nothing. I don't know if I had much then either. All I had was the sprayer down part. And
I don't think that we ever got an update on this one either. Hey, Listen, if you are the person that wrote this in, hit us up again. Give us an update. I feel like all of these people need to give us updates because you guys hit the top 10. These are like, people chose you. They want to know the end of your story.
Yes. Oh my goodness. All right. So we're gonna move along, and we're gonna go to number 8 on the list.
Yes.
So here it is. I'm a live-in nanny and I want to fuck the dad. Okay, I remember this one. I recently started work as a live-in nanny in America. I'm from England. England, and and I fancy the dad so fucking badly. A few nights ago, I had a dream that he fucked me, and I woke up so damn wet. Um, what do you call? Why do I always have to read these ones?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because he's so powerful. He's really rich and the director of his very successful company. I really just want him to fuck me. Yesterday, when the kids and the mum had left, I went up to my room and I used a vibrator and watched some porn. Obviously about the fucking the babysitter, LOL. I closed the door but didn't lock it, hoping he might walk in. Spoiler alert, he didn't. Wow. I remember this one and I was just like, well,
Yeah.
all right.
Interesting that what makes her vag wet is that he's like this powerful, like CEO kind of dude, because that's a whole nother genre on Pornhub.
Is it?
Yeah, how like the fucking in an office kind of thing. Like, oh, you walk in and it's like the dude that has like the corner office that's all windows, and the secretary walks in and like hops on his dick.
And the secretary walks in and hops on his dick. I mean, you said that so casually, Dayna. It was like very, very casually spoken. Yeah, I guess so. Oh man, I don't. Look, there's so many things wrong and right in this. I have nothing. Here it is.
I bet I
like,
could guess what's wrong. What's wrong with it, Brim?
Is that you shouldn't be trying to fuck your married boss.
There you go. Nailed it.
Well, she's trying to nail it. Or be nailed by it. Oh my Lord. Listen, I don't know. We when we were doing these things earlier, and this was from episode 19. Is it 19? No, episode. Where did it go?
No, shit.
Episode 42. This is episode 42. And the last one was from episode 21, by the way. So episode 42. So I mean, here it is. I mean, we can only say, that, it's not right to really be, trying to purposely leave the door open, because what if one of the kids walks in and blah, 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 and how would you feel if the shoe was on the other foot type of a thing?
Right.
But
like
I guess,
you were married to that successful man, and
exactly.
then the nanny was trying to.
Exactly. But what if, but if you want to have your own personal thoughts in your head and be in your room and lock the door and buzz away, I mean, that's all good. I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? That's women empowerment. I'm good for that,
Fantasize away.
Fantasize away. That's okay. Do you have anything else to say about this one? I mean, this was just we've exhausted what we had to say on a lot of these, so this is kind of just a recap of the last year. But
hilarious that it was memorable for everybody else, though. Too, I like it.
But didn't she write back in at some point? Was she also the one that went in and used the wife's dildos? Or was there somebody else who did that?
That was probably a different fucked up nanny.
I don't know if it was a nanny. Maybe it was the housekeeper.
No, it was the housekeeper. Yeah, that was a different
right?
one. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You remember what I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like I don't know. My brain is not working the way it normally does. But what do you call it? Yeah. I mean, my biggest thing on this one, I believe, was that, listen, you can have the thoughts in your head, but you shouldn't act on it. Because that would be wrong. Lock the door.
Better.
Unless the mother walked in, the wife walked in and said,
and she was into it.
Yeah.
See, another category on Pornhub. Jeez, we're just knocking them all out.
Okay, go ahead. You're next.
This number 7 is from episode 3. And it says, my mom had 3 $20 bills in her jewelry drawer. I took one, and I later found out that those 3 bills together were worth over $200,000 for some reason, but only if you had all 3.
Maron. That's crazy. Now, I don't know how much truth there is to that. The mother might have purposely been screwing with her and said, I'm missing one of my 20s. I don't know where it went. And, then I made that story up. I didn't try looking it up and researching it.
So there are, if you have a certain I don't know if it's like the year, but it's in order, then it's worth a lot of, like, you have, you know how it has like the serial numbers on it, and it's like,
Okay.
091, 092, 093. If you
Okay.
had all three of them in consecutive order or something like that, that can be
Really?
worth money. Yeah.
Really? I didn't know
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my God. I got to start looking at my money.
Yeah. Oh, isn't there like a quarter or something? It's like from 1975 that was misprinted, and everybody started like going through all their damn quarters because it was worth $30,000 for a
Craziness.
quarter.
When my mother passed, I was going through all the stuff, and she had like a lot of change and so forth in different areas, like purposely held on the side.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of different like dimes and pennies and nickels and quarters and dollars and hundred. And I'm like, oh my Lord. And like I went to a place, and like the first batch of stuff we got through, and it was a pretty penny. We did get a pretty penny from a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing like, we're not talking about tens of thousands, but probably a couple of grand. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? From some of the things. But I have like a bunch of other stuff, which is, what do you call it, in a safe place out off my premises, by the way, people. So don't think it's at my house.
He has cameras.
Yeah, and I have cameras all over the place. So don't show up at my door and ask for an autograph or a picture. It's not gonna happen. What do you call it? Yeah, I have a whole grouping of things that I still need to go to a place, because again, we had, COVID, so I didn't go out and do it. But like there's so much. You know how long it's going to take to go through all of the, you know what I mean? You're talking about
Yeah.
a box
Uh-huh.
of this, like it's hard
Please
to
go to
carry.
Antique Roadshow. Please go to Antique Roadshow. And I will sometimes like turn off Netflix and it will be on Antique Roadshow, and I can't tear my fucking eyes away from it. I
Why
love it.
you like watching that show?
Unfortunately, that's how I know that I'm getting old, because I really like to watch Birds and Antique Roadshow.
Birds. You have a lot of cardinals out there or no?
Blue Jays have been around quite a bit lately. That's what I've been really into lately, are the Blue Jays. Yeah. No Cardinals.
Are you still a bird murderer? Or are you okay right now?
We're okay right now.
Okay.
So I put some stuff on the fence so it reflects. So I don't know if anybody knows, but I had a glass fence installed in our backyard and didn't realize that birds were going to fly headfirst into the fence, not realizing that it was a glass fence and not the actual sky. But I got some reflective stuff that you put onto the fence, and it lets the birds know that it is a fence. And so far, I've murdered 0 birds since I put the reflective stuff on the fence.
How many before you put it up though?
3.
Oh,
3.
poor babies. Oh no.
I know. One
Oh,
of them was a blue jay.
oh.
I
You know what?
know.
Really, it's crazy. Like I could be sitting in my living room and watching television, and it happened to me just like literally this past week. Jasper and I are sitting on the couch. Jasper's my dog, for those of you who don't know. And all of a sudden you hear boom right behind us. It's because a bird goes and flies into our big window. And I'm just like,
Oh.
why? No. And then it's like all the way off. You know what I mean? I'm just like, what are you doing? Like you can
Like
see
a
this.
cartoon.
Yeah, it's craziness.
That's
Anyways, all right. So let's go. What are we on? 7?
6.
Wait, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Yes, you are right. Episode 19.
Mhm.
Oh, this is a gross one. Okay. I can't
Oh.
stop sticking things in my urethra. Tiny vibrators and sounding rods meant for urethral insertion, pipe cleaners, wax, screwdrivers, and even pretzel sticks, especially pretzel sticks. I love the way the salt crystals scrape the inside. Oh my God, it hurts. Scrape the inside of my penis hole. It's the best feeling in the world. It's the perfect blend of mind-melting pleasure and searing agony.
Yeah.
I can't stop. I've already gone through an entire bag of rolled golds in 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
it
know
still
what?
bothers me.
Still, this is
I
one
can't.
that is so memorable for me, like just scarred the inside of my brain, that it's one that whenever I'm on other shows promoting our show, I always tell them about this guy.
Oh my God. And this was like 4.5 months into our doing the show.
Yeah.
And we got this one, and I was just like, holy moly.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know what to say about this other than you're gonna get yourself sick. You're going to have an issue. You're going to get an infection.
Yeah.
And you need to stop that. You need to stop.
Mhm.
But people, I think that was when I told you the story about one of the guys I knew that had all the piercings, right?
Yes.
And then he peed out of like multiple holes and stuff. Yeah.
Oh my
Craziness.
God.
Craziness. Oh
Yes.
my God.
Still
So-
don't condone. Still don't want you to get sick. Still don't want you to get an infection. Are you ready for number 5?
Go ahead, Dayna. Be my guest.
Oh, this one is from episode 12, and it says, I am going to try and have an orgasm every day in 2021. So far, I'm on track to make it. It's actually harder than you think to fit it in every day.
It is not hard to fit it in every day. You should try. And I would love to be involved in that as well.
As part of the imagination process, or
I'll take
what
both.
other way?
No, I would like to orgasm at least once a day, every day in 2022. It has not been on par, so that is upsetting.
Yeah,
But maybe I can go for the rest of the year, 2022. Come on, Danielle, you can help me out.
Get
here.
on board.
Get on board. And by on
husband
board, I
wishes
mean
that
on me.
too. Yeah. And by the way, my penis is named on board.
That's right. That's right. My penis is named Graham. Get on board and have a great ride.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Yeah. Listen. I want to know. We need a follow up on this to see if this actually happened.
Yeah, for sure.
You know. And was this a guy or a girl? Do we remember?
I'm assuming a dude, but no, I don't think that it ever said if it was a guy or a girl.
I think to be honest, and correct me if I'm wrong on this,
Sure.
Dayna. I think it would be easier for a woman to pull this off than a guy.
So the only reason that I'm going to disagree is because we have so much on our damn plates whenever, like that it's probably the last thing in the order of things that we want to do for the day. Whereas a dude, he's like, if I am not a dude, so I can't read minds, but I'm assuming from things that I have heard from my husband and other dudes that, like it's usually the first thing on their mind, like, like it's in the list of priorities. Orgasm is really far down for a chick and pretty high up for a dude.
But here's the thing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If a woman would start her day out with an orgasm, wouldn't she have an amazing day thereafter?
Maybe.
It would be a bright, sunshiny day. That's what I would assume, right? Like, oh my God, it's nice.
Maybe I'll try for the rest of 22. I'll let you know.
There you go. Clear-headed, everything's good. You're all right. Wow, today's a beautiful day out. You start appreciating things more.
Right.
Like, wow. Now, if you try and you don't succeed, that could make it into a bad day.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, silly me just thought I'd meditate, but no, maybe orgasm is a better way to go about this.
it's a way of meditating, technically.
Oh, yeah. Orgasmic meditation.
That's what I'm talking about. We
I
should
like it.
coin that and do that. I'm telling you, we can totally make a killing on that. Orgasmic meditation with the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Yeah.
There we go. Like we can make that happen. What is so funny? That can work. We can make lots of money that way. I think.
Our audio tapes are going to be out in 3 months.
We're gonna write books. Lots of books with hand-drawn drawings.
Oh, remember we had that artist guy too. Remember the guy that drew his own porn?
Yes, I forgot about him.
He didn't make the list.
Oh, that's because you suck, man. I'm just kidding. Okay. So wait. Who's next? Oh, I'm next, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. This is number 4. Ooh. Okay. Episode 27. My cheating ex married the woman he was cheating on me with. I maxed out my credit cards and bought every item on their wedding registry, then returned them later. To this day, they still wonder why nobody got them anything they requested. Oh, I remember this petty woman.
You mean this petty hero? I think this petty hero.
I was going to say, I condone it. I think it's hilarious. And wow. Yeah, that's something I think that you would do. I think that is something like right up your alley. You'd be like, oh, fuck this guy. You know what I mean? Like, wow.
I definitely
Wow.
think that old Dayna would do this because I was pretty petty. I mean, whenever I found out in the beginning of my relationship with Joe that he was cheating on me, I did some petty ass shit to the point where he sat down after seeing all the shit that I did in his house to turn on the TV. And I took the batteries out of his remote. So he couldn't even turn on the TV after he like assessed what had happened in his house. Don't cheat on Dayna, man. Don't cheat on Dayna.
Wait, you're talking about with Joe?
Yeah, with my husband in the beginning of our relationship.
I didn't know about.
Yeah,
Oh.
he was cheating on me with this girl. And it was like he kept saying, like,
Joe!
no, it's done. And then he would be, I mean, to be fair, it was a very long time. It was over a decade ago. But so I took all of his protein shake stuff and dumped it in the tub and turned the water on. And that was like a lot of protein stuff. I took all of the nozzles off of his colognes so he couldn't spray his colognes anymore. I took the batteries out of his remote. I'm pretty sure I filled up all of his alcohol with water.
Wow.
I was pretty petty.
Well, I mean, that's just a lot of crazy things there, Dayna.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how to take that. But I'm Joe, I'm shocked. Oh my Lord. Well,
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ. Well,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah.
I took off the heads to his cologne so he couldn't spray it.
The best part about that is that he text messaged me and was like, you took all the nozzles to my colon. It's like cologne. He's dyslexic, so he spelled it wrong. He said colon instead of cologne. And I shared that text message.
If I knew it was that you were using it for, well, hey.
Yeah, right? Yeah, here,
story.
take your nozzles back. Get that colon in order.
Ouch. Oy, 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 oy. Well, Dayna, I learned something new about you today.
Yeah.
But
Not
it's
a dirty
okay.
little secret anymore.
No, it's okay. All right, fair enough.
There's so much more, but I don't want to scare the audience away.
No, we'll talk about that on just you and I gotta know about this. Wow, Joe, come on, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh man, oh man. All right, well, I'm not gonna dwell on this one. We're gonna have to talk about that later. Okay, so you're next, number 3.
Number 3. This is from episode 47. Oh gosh, I love this one. I accidentally gave food to a homeless man that wasn't homeless. Turns out he was just a guy standing outside of a convenience store with a coffee cup in his hand, and I shoved $1 and a hot dog in his face. That was embarrassing.
Wow. It's kind of like that episode of what do you call it? Of Friends, when the two girls, when Monica and Rachel go down into storage, and then the guy is in there. He just got back from
the Yeti.
The Yeti, and then they like sprayed him with like the smoke bomb. It's like, ah! Yeah, I didn't know you lived in the building. We thought that you were some Yeti. Like,
Yes.
okay, there's a Yeti in our building. I mean, come on now. But
and then he basically calls her superficial for going off of looks. That was so funny. Yes, loved that episode.
So this is kind of the same thing. So yeah. All right. Well, that was a good one. I remember that one. Let's see, episode 45, number 2. I put my giant sex doll in my, I love this one. I put my giant sex doll in my neighbor's trash can so everyone could see. Long story short, about 2 years ago, I bought a life-sized sex doll off eBay. This thing is huge and weighs like 80 pounds. After 2 years, this thing was pounded to hell, and I was kind of ashamed that I had it and was a huge liability keeping it in my house. My next door neighbor is a giant asshole. So I dressed up the doll in my favorite schoolgirl outfit and wig with ponytails. The night before trash day, I put the doll in his trash can with the top half sticking out for the whole neighborhood to see. Wow.
So So good.
I love that one. I love that one. And what do you call it? See, what he should have done is he should have like made it where it was like bent over, like in one trash can, and then bent over like a different one, and like just really made it like really provocative.
He should have really displayed like the poundage that happened, right? Like somebody was gonna walk by and look at that doll and be like, "Oh damn."
What happened to this?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
That's so-
I'm not familiar with how these things work.
Me
Like, can you
neither.
tell? Can you tell if it's been bad? Like, I mean, look, if if like a real vagina, you can't tell if it's been pounded
No.
for years. You know what I mean? Those
Even
things
though
suck right
people
back
say
up.
you can, you cannot.
No, you cannot. You might be able to feel it, but you certainly can't see it.
No. Yeah. Oh, so good. I love this guy is also my hero. It was so good. Like best petty revenge is like my jam. I love some petty revenge.
What is it about petty revenge that you love so much?
I love that you can get back at somebody without hurting them. You know, like
Oh, that
petty
hurts.
revenge.
That certainly does hurt.
My husband's like, it hurt my wallet for sure. That was like $300 in protein shake you threw in my
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you could have lost the protein shakes and my ass. Thank you very much.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it.
You got
Petty
off,
revenge.
you got off cheap, Joe. You got off cheap. Jesus Christ. I'm ashamed of you, Joe. I'm very upset with you. Very upset.
He's
Cheating
better
on
now.
my
He was
girl, Dayna.
young and dumb and stupid, and now he's old and dumb and stupid. No, I'm kidding. I love you, honey.
Wow. Oh, Joe. Oh, my Lord. All right. Well, listen, I think that what do you call this? Number 2 was fantastic.
Love it.
Well played. I think that was a good placement for it. Yeah. So you've got number 1.
Number 1 is from an early episode 8. And we got the star of our show, Jalapeno Girl.
Yay! Jalapeno. I haven't heard from Jalapeno Girl in a while.
We haven't. I hope she still listens. It says the only way I will masturbate is if I slice up a raw jalapeno, make sure I rub the heat of the jalapeno all over my fingers, and then it's go time. The burn and tingling feels so amazing. I swear, try it. You don't use the jalapeno for anything during. Just make sure when you slice it that you rub the insides of it on your fingers.
You a saucy girl. You a saucy girl,
You
Jalapeno
spicy.
Girl.
You spicy jalapeno girl.
Jalapeno, listen, girl. You know what do you call it? It's been a while. So if you're listening, make sure you jump on in and say hello. We miss you.
We love you.
We love you so much. And she was from our early episode. She was in from like the first second month, right? Second month,
Yes.
episode 8. So second month, more or less. Wow. That was when we were still raw, like raw jalapenos and finger bing. Finger thing. Yeah. Anyway.
Banging?
I just, I don't know. My brain it stopped short. Jalapeno Girl, she deserves to be a number 1. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. What's really funny is that Jalapeno Girl and Motherfucker, isn't that what we named the other guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that. I think that the 2 of them landed in the top 10. I'm impressed.
Yes.
I am impressed. And what do you call it? Fish sticks. Didn't we name the one with the stanky vag fish sticks? Or something like that?
I don't remember that.
We need to start writing things down.
I know. We're so bad at this.
We don't need to be bad. We're too good to be bad. Oh, my Lord, Dayna. Can you believe it? It's been a year of the Dirty Little Secrets Club. We are not so new anymore. It's beautiful. We've got an amazing fan base. Thank you so much for writing in, guys, and having us figure out which was going to be the top 10. I mean, this was good. Jalapeno Girl, you got a lot of votes. I'm impressed.
Yeah, and you know what I love about this, guys? You can send in your dirty little secrets at thedirtylittlesecretsclub.com. You might end up on our top 10 list next year.
Absolutely, positively. I think that we should do this at least once a year. I think that's a lot of fun. And what do you call it? What we should do is we gotta get other people reading some of these, the ones after we've done them. We have to get people's ideas about them. Maybe we do a guest for that.
I
You know
would
what I
love
mean?
that.
That would be
Yeah.
fun. We should have done it for this episode, but it was too good for us to we had to share this one, just you and I. It's our anniversary.
It's our first anniversary. It's a really
Yes.
special one.
Yes.
So
Oh, Dayna, I love you.
we can bring
My
in a third
sister.
next year.
Yes, it's a third, a threesome.
We'll
A
have a
throw.
threesome next year.
What is that? Did you start watching The Circle, by the way, the new Circle
I
on
have
Netflix?
not. No.
Did you watch any of the other ones? I forgot whether you said you
Mm-mm.
did or not.
No.
So you'll if you haven't yet, this one's actually not a bad one to start on. Two of the Spice Girls are actually on it. So and they are fucking hilarious, by the way. I thought it was great, and I was pissed because Danielle started watching it before I had the opportunity to start watching it with her. I didn't even know that it was out. But that's also the one that I tried getting on.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Now, this is the season that I would have been on, but what do you call it? Didn't work out. So,
Yeah.
but this, I think it's hilarious that they had the Spice Girls on it. And what do you call it? If you have a chance to watch it, funny show, great show. I enjoy it. Also, I don't know if you want to mention it at all. I know we don't get political here and we don't do this stuff, but I am such a strong women's rights advocate, and I feel that women are it's very important with the whole thing going on with Roe versus Wade and the overturning potential, which looks like it's going to be overturned. It's very important for people to understand that, you know, what happens within a woman's body. Just like we always say, you do what you do in your bedroom. It's your
Right.
own kink. We appreciate that. What a woman does with her own body is her own right. And you know, it's a very tender subject for me. I've been sitting and yapping about it on Twitter, and I just ripped off about it on Within Brimstone probably more than I should have yesterday. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to make sure that, you know, I support the women and their choice, and what do you call it? I without me freaking out about it, that's all I
Yeah.
can really say. So
I can't even believe that we are at this point again. I feel like we've just been fucking teleported back in time, and it's concerning. It's disheartening. It's so many things right now. But fuck, yeah.
anyway, that's about all the time we have. And I'm sorry to drop it on that kind of a note, but I know that people can be listening because the 52nd episode, our year anniversary.
That's
So,
right.
you know, you have a platform for a reason, and that's it. And hopefully you guys will understand that. And even if you don't agree with what we say, I want you to understand that we don't necessarily, you know, agree with the things that you do, but we respect them and we
That's
can
right.
appreciate them. So therefore, hopefully you'll appreciate us and won't give us too much shit about it. Anyway, thanks again so much for tuning in. We love you guys. We appreciate you. What do you call it? Make sure to continue, rate, review, subscribe, 5 stars only. You'll continue to get those awesome pictures and videos from Dayna on all the social medias. Hit us up on the social medias. And Dayna, my dear, why don't you tell everybody the first little rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club?
Yes, and it sounds like you guys are listening to the first rule, which is the first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Yas, yas, and yas. We will see you guys next week with the new year.
You think we want something from you, you got another thing coming.